Yo, it's overtflow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? First things first about the gameplay. It's going to be some gameplay from one of the new maps from Call of Duty. It's Parliament, using the KF5 Elite variant. What is it? The Royalty variant. It's pretty dope, and we're going to be telling a story today for you guys, and I think that you guys are definitely going to enjoy the story. It's a fun story. It's about a crazy party in a park that like happened out of nowhere with the most random people, and it was in the middle of the night, dude. It was so much fun. This is like just a highlight of fun, good times that I wanted to talk with you guys about, and it's definitely exciting. So I hope that you guys definitely enjoyed today's story, man. You guys have been killing it with the love lately, killing it with the likes, been loving all the omegals, the stories, the Q&As. You guys have been just so awesome, and I just want to say thank you. This is actually a bonus story. I wasn't going to tell this story just yet, but I decided to because on the last story video, you guys smashed 500 likes, which is absolutely insane, you guys. I'll go ahead and link that video in the top of the description if you guys want to check it out. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well. That is also linked. But man, you guys we're killing. I asked for like 300 likes. You guys smashed 500, man. And absolutely amazing, you guys. If we could shoot for 350 likes on this video, that would be awesome. So go ahead, look at the like bar. Is there 350 likes? If not, then go ahead and kill it with a like. I would definitely appreciate it, you guys. These stories are so much fun to tell. And we're coming up on 40K, man. Very exciting. I'm hoping to get to like 45, 50K before Black Ops 3 comes out. So, thank you guys. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Let's get into the story, you guys. I don't want to prolong the wait any longer, any more, any whatever. And you guys know how the intro goes, am I right? You guys are Flows, I'm overtflow. What's up, Flows? Don't you knows I love all of you. You guys are absolutely awesome. Let's get into the story. This story happened a few months back, man, not too long ago, but it definitely happened some months ago. Let me think of the time frame. It was right before Advanced Warfare came out. I think it was right as it was about to come out, right before it came out, something like that. And this awesome stuff happened, you guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you the rundown. Basically, I was hanging out with my boy, overtflow. If you guys know who he is, then that means you have been subscribed to my channel for a long time, because that dude does not even post anymore. He had a channel back when I first started, and he got to about 300 subscribers. We're good friends in real life, and we train jiu-jitsu and MMA together, go to the gym together, hang out. And it's a lot of coolness, a lot of cool times with that man. And the day basically went like this. He asked if we could hang out. I was like, sure, bro, I haven't seen you in a minute. Let's chill. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. You know what? This was towards the end of summer, actually. So this was probably like in August, something like that. Because I remember at the time I was wearing a tank top and some jeans and I had a hat on. For some reason, that's what I remember. And my homie was chilling, and obviously it was all good. So we decided to hang out. And when I started hanging out with him, here's some sad news at first, but everything worked out fine. The first thing that we did actually was I got a call from my father. He was like, hey, your grandma had some issues. She's in the hospital currently. So we went to visit my grandma in the hospital, and it turns out everything was okay with her. She just had like something small issue happen, but everything was fine. But we ended up staying there with her for a few hours, because if anybody has ever had an injury or, you know, been in the hospital, you guys know that it sucks to be in the hospital. And so you guys want family there, you guys want friends there and all that stuff. Actually, my cousin was just in the hospital. He had his appendix removed, which was crazy, but he just got out. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know about that. So for all you asking, he's totally fine now. He got out. He's just still making his recovery. His appendix was like about to explode or something. Absolutely crazy. So anyways, we did that. We hung out with my grandma for a bit, and then after that, it was around, I don't know, about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and me and my friend Damien, overtflow, we're like, you know what, we still want to chill. What should we do? You know, what's going on? So he called up some of his friends, and he's like, yo, my friends are at the park up at, you know, Vistas, and they're playing at the Vistas Park some basketball. If you guys want to go up there and chill with them. And I was like, sure, bro, we can go do that. So me and him head up to the park. We go up into the nice part of town where the nice parks are, and we start chilling with his friends. They're all playing basketball down there. Court lights are about to shut off. I believe that they shut off at like whatever time, 10 o'clock, whatever it was. So they got a couple games of basketball in. We're chilling, and it's me, my friend Damien, and like 3 or 4 of his friends, and we're all just there. And I know some of them. Like, he had a friend named Anthony that I knew, and I didn't really know too many other dudes that were there. But we were just chilling. Everything was good. Just kind of having a cool summer night. Summer days just sitting around. But when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party, right? You know, good song. If you guys don't know that song, you should know that song. Super dope. Reminds me of freaking high school. But we're doing that, playing basketball, hanging out. and the court light shut off, and we all are like, you know what should we do? Should we go eat, or should we chill here? What's going on? And right then, some more of his friends pull up. So, you know, we're like, you know what, we'll kick it here at the park for a little bit. You know, the lights are off, yeah, but it's cool. There's like 8 of us now, and we'll just chill. And what else happened that was really, really cool while we were hanging out was I was about to leave, or I was moving my car or something for some reason right when his friends pulled up, and I was in their way, and I got out of the car, and I saw my friend Damien talking to some of his friends that were about to get out of the car, and he's like, oh, hey, these dudes know you. At the time, I only had like maybe 17 or 18,000 subscribers, and they were like, oh, hey, these dudes know you. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. That's pretty cool stuff. And he's, you know, I met one of the guys who actually started doing YouTube for a little bit. I don't think he does anymore, but he was super excited to meet me. He's like, yeah, I watch your stuff. You're the YouTube guy. Oh, my God. He actually ended up making a video about that, talking about how he met Overtflow. I think that's the title of it, too, if you guys want to check that out, like meeting Overtflow or something like that. And so that was really cool to be recognized by somebody and meet a subscriber basically that was actually like he was the brother of my friend's friend. So he was Damien's friend's younger brother. He was like 15 or 16. And I was like, that's so cool, man. Like, that's super awesome that you support the content. So that happened, and so we all are proceeding to just hang out in this park area. I go over to the swings, and we see this guy and this girl walking up. So we see this guy and this girl walking up together, and I think that they were both like 18 or something like that. And they walk up, and they're just kind of chilling. They're sitting in the swings, and I'm also in the swings. And so we start talking. We're like, oh, hey, what's going on? You know, now there's 10 of us in this little park. And they were like, yeah, we got these bottles, man. They had like alcohol with them, and they were like, we got these bottles, and we were trying to chill, trying to have a good time. We were supposed to go to a friend's party. I mean, you know, but that ended up falling through, and now we don't have our ride because our ride went home, and neither of us actually have a car. And I was like, oh, well, my nose got so itchy just now. So they were like, neither of us have a car. If you could give us a ride to the party, you'd be more than welcome to come with us. And I was like, sure, bro. I mean, I asked my friend Damien. I was like, yo, y'all want to go to a party? I mean, there's like 8 of us. Is that cool? And they were like, yeah, I mean, more people, the better, right? And so we were like, yeah, I mean, I'll give you a ride if that's the case. And they tried to get in contact with the people at the party, and they just could not get a hold of them. And finally, when they ended up getting a hold of them, the party had been shut down. The cops had raided, you know, cops came in, shut down the party. And so there was no more party going on. And these people still have bottles, and we were just all chilling in the park. There was 10 of us now or so. And we were like, should we just like call the people that were at the party and invite them here or whatever? Like, we could call some friends, invite them here, I guess, because we're at this park. And even though the park is actually closed, like if the cops were to roll up, we would get kicked out of the park or whatever. Especially having alcohol on us, that's a big no-no. That would have been a bad thing, you know. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's definitely not good behavior. I don't encourage that whatsoever. But I did not bring the alcohol, my friends. So we ended up calling some people, getting some more people to come down, and those friends like called their friends, which called their friends, and then like randomly some other people had come to the park as well, just on a late night stroll, I guess. And oh my god, oh, this just brought back memories. I met this super cool guy who tried to start fights with everybody. He was the coolest guy ever. I think I still have his number. And I was supposed to go to the gym with him. I don't think I ever did. But this story's a little bit longer, man. If you made it this far in the video, definitely leave a like. It's probably going to go on about 15 minutes because things start to get pretty fun. Like, I'm just describing I've just made it to the part where we're about to have the party, you guys. That's pretty intense. I should have probably made the story a little bit faster. But anyways, what was that kid's name? I don't even remember his name. It's in my phone. But we're hanging out, and like we see some random group of guys come up, and they're like chilling or whatever, and they come up and they hang out with us. And how many times have I said chilling throughout this commentary? But that's basically what we were doing. We're all just kind of hanging out. Nothing crazy was happening just yet. And so now there's like 15 people, and we're waiting for more people to show up to this park because we called some more people. So we're waiting for more people to show up, and we called some dudes, and we were like, yo, bring some food, bring some bottles, whatever. Like, you know, that other party got shut down. And so that's what happened. So ends up, all these people end up showing up, right? There ends up being about like 30 people at this park, and obviously there's a playground and all this stuff, and these Mexicans show up that we didn't even know. They just showed up randomly, and they had a soccer ball. So obviously, like, we all get in like a little couple games of soccer, kicking the soccer ball around, having a good time, having a fun time. These dudes that pull up in a truck, like, obviously I don't know hardly none of these people. Like, my friends were calling people, but they were bringing people that we didn't even know to this party, or to this park for a party. And so we show up, they show up, And there's this one dude that I remember that I just started to get along with really well. Like I think he was only like 17, but he was one of those like big like I'm a bigger than average guy. I'm about 6 foot. I'm like 220 pounds. This dude was only 17, but he was like 6'2", and he was pushing like 200 pounds. And he was just like one of those dudes. You know those? We all know those people that are just big human beings. Like he had huge hands, and he's just like a big white dude, and he's from the country. He was from like Montana or somewhere, and he was really cool, but he was already kind of drinking, and he's like had kind of an attitude. Like I'm not gonna lie, like he was like a big mean teddy bear. But for some reason, he took a liking to me. Even after this, like I didn't talk to him, like I talked to him a good amount, but even after this, he would always hit me up to try to hang out and stuff. And I feel like that's a thing that happens a lot with me because I'm a pretty nice guy, and I feel like once I start hanging out with people, they always tend to take a liking to me, especially in a big brother sort of way. Like every time I've ever hung out with any dude that's younger than me, they're always like, man, I really, you know, respect you and stuff. And that's a really cool thing because I do think that I'm a pretty decent guy. And so during this time, like we had 30 people at this party. Like everybody was drinking. We had like all this alcohol and stuff. I didn't personally drink too much. I think that I had like maybe 2 or 3 little like fruity beverages that were like super girly, like Smirnoffs or something like that. And I was just kind of hanging out, and there was like maybe 10 girls and 20 guys, so it was a real sausage fest, if you want to call it that much. And so we're all just hanging out, talking with each other, you know, meeting new people, meeting new faces, and it was just the coolest thing ever, because like there were these black dudes there that looked like, you know, super gangster dudes. Then there was like a group of cholos that were there. If you guys, cholos like are Mexican dudes that have the super high socks on, and they're like got face tattoos, and they want to stab you for some reason. But because it was just such a fun environment, dude, because everybody, and then we had like the most freaking whitest dudes ever, looking like dude off Fresh Prince. What's his name? Carlton. We had like Carlton looking white dudes there. They're all like fancy rich kids and like super gangster guys and super cholo guys, and everybody was just chilling, like drinking with each other, having a fun time, because it was the most random party at night in this park. And we were just like, anybody who came to the park, we were like, yeah, like we'd throw them a beer, we're like, hang out with us guys. And that's what we did. At one point the cops like started to roll through, and when the cops rolled through, they like started looking at the park, and we all got down, like we hid to make sure no cops like drove by, and they just passed us up, and we were like, oh god, that would have been so bad. Like we would have had to scatter super hard if that happened. Like we would have just had to scatter, and that would have been fun, of course. And so anyways, we're all just hanging out, playing soccer. We played a couple games of soccer. There was like a big field, and you know, me and the other dudes, like I played soccer growing up, so we played soccer, kicking the ball around, doing some fun stuff with that, hanging off the jungle gym. Of course, there was like another strong dude there, so we were just trying to lift stuff up because that's what people do, I guess. And we're all showing stuff that we can do. Like I did a flagpole, if you know what that is. It's where you hang on like one of the bars and you just kind of hold your legs out straight to the side, like an acrobatic type move. We were seeing who could do that, and like I pulled it off. It was pretty cool. And so we're all drinking, hanging out with each other. It was such a cool, fun experience because everybody was getting along. Like everybody was super different there. Like we had the whitest dudes ever with the most gangster cholo guys that would stab you in the face, and they got along. And I thought that was just a really cool thing, man. And it just goes to show that people like got kindness in their hearts, man. You could literally hang out with anybody, and as long as nobody's got a chip, like some of these dudes obviously had chips on their shoulder, but because it was such an awkward random party, it was really cool. At one point there was almost a fight though, because this dude pulled up in the park, and he wasn't even like one of the guys that we had invited or anything like that. He was just a random guy. He had pulled up, and he was with 2 girls, which was super duper funny. And he was short. He was maybe like 5'10" and maybe 170 pounds, Mexican dude. He had 2 girls with him. I was like, bro, I don't know what you're doing, but hook me, like, tell me how you're getting so many ladies, right? And so he's walking through the park, and I remember that the big dude that I was with, the guy that I had met that I really got along with, I forget his name. What was his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Oh my god, it was like Garrett or something. I don't even remember what it was. But he like had said something to him, and it wasn't mean or anything. He was just like, dang, get it, you know, 2 girls, nice. And the guy just gave him like the meanest death stare ever, like just like looked at him so hard. And the dude I was with was like mad about that. Like he was like, oh, big Montana boy over here, freaking, his name was Garrett, or so I'm just gonna call him Montana boy because he was from country. He's like, big country boy over here was like, oh, why are you looking at me so mean? And he was a little bit inebriated, a little bit drinking, and so he starts like walking up to this dude who's with the girls, and like he's like right behind him, and he's like, do something. He like takes his shirt off. He's like, you gonna look at me? You gonna talk to me that way? Because the guy had said some more stuff like, man, shut up or something like that, and like shut the F up. So he had said something mean, even though we were not being mean to him. I think he just was like confused because there was such a big group and he was with girls, so he wanted to like act tough. And so like my buddy, my big country boy, like walks up and just like mad dogs him, like walking behind him. He's like, "Yo, you gonna do something? Or you just gonna talk like that, man? Like we're trying to be nice to you, man." And he's just like following this dude for like 30 feet. And I finally walk up. I'm like, "Yo, dude, like don't beat this dude up. He's with his women. Like you don't wanna, you gonna beat him up and then take his girls? That's kind of mean, bro." And like the big country boy was a little bit mad about it, but he was like, "Yeah, you're right, bro. You're so cool. Give me a hug." And I was like, "All right, man, hug me, because you're too big for me to deny a hug from." So that happened there. So they almost got in a fight. Like that dude was so heated. It was so ridiculous, man. And the one last part of the story is like, this is the part that made me want to kind of tell the story because it was hilarious to me. But we did all that, and we just hung out in the park. We literally hung out in the park for like 4 or 5 hours. Like literally, the sun was about to come up, and at one point, one of these girls there was like this super cute black girl. She needed a phone. I was like, "Yeah, you can borrow my phone." And so I was like, "My phone's in my car." And so we walked over to my car, which was like, I don't know, 50 feet away, and it was funny because throughout the night, my friend, like this girl was talking to me like a lot during the night, and I was like, "That's super cool, she's a cool girl, she's a cute girl. I'm gonna talk to her, whatever." And my friend Damien throughout the night had kind of kept bringing up like, "Hey, I think that she likes me." And I was like, "She's literally not even talking to you, dude." Like literally, she's just been talking to me the whole night. Like I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm just like, yeah, sure, go for it, man. But I don't know how that's gonna work, considering the fact like she's been talking to me the whole time. He's like, "Come on, bro, like you're the biggest dude here, you got a tank top on, that's not fair. You think that's fair, bro?" And I was like, "I'm not trying to do nothing, like I can't help who talks to me, man." And so we walk over to my car, I give her my phone, I hook it up, I'm like, "Yo, here's the phone, whatever, here you go." Chit chat it up, and I'm just chilling with her because my phone's on the charger in my car. And so she's sitting in my passenger seat, and I'm like standing by the door of the passenger seat, just kind of talking to her as she's like trying to get in contact. I forget who she was calling, and she actually this is okay. I'll save this for in a second, but it's funny because we were talking. We were, I was pretty close to her, talking to her because we were in the car door. You know what I mean? We were just chit chatting up, and she actually had invited me to come back with her to her house. And she's like, "Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, if you aren't doing anything after this, you can come back with me to my house." And that was a nice opportunity, a good thing for a girl to invite me back to her house, like alone and stuff. Like I was like pretty down. Like, you want to watch Netflix and chill? Oh yeah. But at the time, I was talking to a girl, and I didn't want to be disrespectful, obviously, and bang another girl when I was talking to a girl. So I had to decline her on that offer. I was like, "Oh, thanks, that's super awesome." But I think that I told her I had like work in like the morning or something. So I was like, "I can't, But so yeah, that's what happened. And then, so nothing happened there, right? We walked back, and my friend Damien is super mad at me, just so mad at me. He stays mad at me for like 3 days, and he tells me that the reason why he's mad at me. So okay, so I'll tell you the reason why he's mad at me. But that's what happened. And then at that point, like everybody kind of started to like, all the alcohol was gone. People had gone to the store to get more alcohol, came back, we drank all that alcohol, we played some soccer, we hung out on the swings and all this stuff. And I met so many cool people. There was like 30 of us at the park for like 4 hours, chilling, hanging out with everybody. And it was so awesome, you guys. It was an awesome experience, so much fun, man. And anyways, we all left. My friend Damien was mad at me. I couldn't figure out why, like the rest of the night. And then finally, like 3 days later, he's like, "Bro, I saw you kiss that girl, and you knew that I liked her." And I was like, "What? What do you mean? I kissed her? I never kissed that girl." He's like, "I saw you. You were so close to her in the car, and I saw you like lean over at one point. I know that you kissed her, man." And I'm so mad because like, you knew that I said that I kind of had a thing for her, and it's unfair, dude. Like, you're the biggest dude there, and like, no homo, you're a handsome dude, and like, you got a tank top on. That's not fair. Like, how you could have had any girl there, and you had to get the girl that I liked. And I was like, I literally, like, she talked to me the whole time. I literally did nothing with her. Like, I never kissed her or nothing. And so he was mad at me for basically nothing. And then, like, a couple days later, he called me and he was like, "Yo, man, I just want to say sorry. I was acting like a real McDouchebag." And I was like, "Yes, you were, sir." What? And so that's what ended up happening. Super duper funny, and just such a fun story. Such a cool park party that we had there, man. And I hope that you guys definitely enjoyed the story. It was definitely a longer story for sure. And nothing even crazy happened in this story. It was just so much fun, and it was so cool to see so many different people just come hang out and just have such a great time. Definitely one of the most, you know, fun times that I've had in a long time. And very cool. Tell me if there's been anything crazy like this that has ever happened to you. If you made it to the end of the video, I want you to say party at the park in the comment section below, so I know that you made it to the end. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you're still here, because this video is super long. I don't know how many people are going to watch it, but if we can get like 300-ish likes on this, that'd be absolutely amazing, you guys. Super fun story. 347 likes, and I'll upload another story in like 2 or 3 days, man. So definitely awesome, you guys. Love it. Love you guys. Subscribe if you're new, and I am over and out.